Hello, I guess this is the start of episode 53. Still messing with carburetors. Was getting ready to finish up the first carburetor. Just some overview things that I ran into. Primarily, what I ran into is the air valve. Wrong side. Air valve that goes down right down here. Basically, this was the air valve. It's in pieces right now. The cap, the blanking cap, was chewed off, we'll say, with a screwdriver, awl, whatever it is. It should basically look like that. And there is an adjuster under there, but basically they've said in that you should never need to adjust it. Now, I've taken 3 of these apart, the one that was on here, and 2 out of my spare parts. And I have found that there are 3 different size springs, so you can't rely on that. So 3 different springs, and let's see, this one, which I planned on using, it's a little rough. That surface down there, that inner ring, is supposed to be smooth so that let's get one of these. This is the diaphragm that goes in there, and that's an old diaphragm, and that should seal against there. I have new diaphragms from Joe Curto and gaskets, so we'll rebuild it. I might see about smoothing that one off. It has some valve grinding paste, and I took one of these old ones and worked it smooth. That might be a nice way to get that going. But these are the old diaphragms I took out, and they don't flex anymore. They're just crumble. They're so since they don't flex, they can't work. So parts. I do have a good bit of spare parts. I've been collecting for, I guess, almost 30 years, parts for these cars. I think this is the majority of the carburetors that I have for spares. I've got a spare for an Elite. Let's see, the Europa, both Europas still have the carbs on them up there, so these are definitely spare parts, we'll say. This is where the air bypass valve. This is one that's had the cap removed, so the adjustment is there. If I take you down to this one, there's no cap, or what there should be a cap. It looks like, and I've got a number of these in here, like 3 or 4 of them, where the adjuster, yeah, there it is too. It looks like it was always meant to be out. The thing is, there's no tube. So if I look at this one, here's where the vacuum tube hooks up from the manifold vacuum, and this version doesn't have a tube. Same, yep, no tube. Little update on taking care of the base plates for the bypass air valve. And I took the center section off, and I was going around trying to see how well the surface was, because you've got a metal to metal fit, and since you're looking to stop air, anyways, it needs to be a good fit. So I just basically took one of the centers and rolled it around, and I found that the surfaces really, they were not, we'll say, even. Better way to put it. So I first thought, well, maybe a little bit of valve grinding compound and just work it around. But that was a little too aggressive. And I had a couple of spares of these, so I wanted to try what I thought was the worst one first. And ended up doing something else. And it ended up with, let's say, a pretty nice surface. And as I was looking around, I said, oh, my Dremels. Of course, you don't want to take power tools with this. It'll just go away fast. So what did I do? Put one of the grinding stones in a little hand little hand driller that I had, and I worked that, and it fit very well. So I've done this one, and I've done that one right there, which turned out pretty good. And also this one is a little piece of dirt on that. Okay, that one turned out well too. Now, interestingly enough, and I have no ideas. Okay, let's see. B. There's a B stamp in this one. There's a B stamp in this one. But this one has... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This has an S stamp. But I don't see any differences in them. It could have been had to do with the spring. Or, yeah, could be the spring. Or how much it was set for. It could be what it was. And I didn't find out some more information about the other version of these bypass air valves. All right, this is the other version, and you'll see where the tube should be coming out is blanked off. But they did cross drill, and let's see if the light will bring it up. There's a hole right in here. Let's see if I can get that. Ah, that's better. Yep, there's a little cross-drilled hole. Basically, it's this hole, and then they drilled there to sample the pressure on the other side of the butterfly. It's the next day for me. Just another segment in this for you. But I finished up working on the bypass valves, and that one is back installed. And you have to take them off in order to set them. Even if the caps are off, it won't matter. You're going to have to take them off to set them, because you have to observe the brass on the diaphragm, brass seal. You have to observe the movement. I thought about putting like a drop gauge indicator on it, but that has spring tension, which would affect the readings for it. But moving on, I put the first one together yesterday, and it was leaking vacuum out of the seal between, because there's 3 layers in here, so between the upper seal and the body. So a little bit of RTV, and you can notice on that. And it sealed up well, let it sit overnight, and then I could start doing some testing. Doesn't mean you can't take them back apart, because since there are 3 layers there, you just split between the rubber and that top gasket. So they were all over the place, the readings, because I got a little hand vacuum, and you can keep applying vacuum until you see the disc move. And if it's too low, which both of these were, one was very low, split it back apart, make some adjustments on the threads, and then put it back together and try it again. So that's what I did, and I've got 2 that are set equally, and that is important too, because they both need to be set equally now and not set too low, according to the Haynes-Stromberg manual that I have. They have a very small section for these bypass air valves, and they claim setting them would be between 22 and 23 Hg, which is vacuum. I'll dive on the internet. AI comes up with setting them to 20 Hg. So I decided to go in the middle, and I set them both to 21. That's where I'm at. With the help of my wife, we transferred the chassis back onto the dolly, and I gave lots of extra padding to it. So now it's back on the dolly. It takes up a lot less room, and I can work around it, work on the front suspension, the back suspension, and get it going further. The carburetors are finished all together. Movements are pretty good. See, hard to do it when it's laying down. So, all right, ready for when the engine is done. And that probably will end this episode. Thanks for watching.